Hello, my name is Florencia Colella, and I am a farm business management educator with Michigan State University. I am part of John Laporte's team, and I am here to tell you about some of the projects that I am involved in. I am originally from Argentina, so my mother language is Spanish, and while that may make it a little bit more difficult for you all to understand me today, it also has given me the opportunity to get involved in some really interesting projects in my time with MSU. So I am part of a grant where we are designing an online bilingual farm business management course where we cover all the basics of farm management in English and Spanish in an online class format with videos, readings, and homework. And while there are plenty of courses like this out there, this one is nice because it has all the materials in the two languages, including group discussions and assistance from a facilitator that speaks the participants' language as they go through the course. There is another grant that specifically targets Hispanic, Indigenous, Black, and other people of color that takes that course and adds to it other culturally relevant discussions on diversity, equity, and inclusion issues. This one is called the Farm Business Record Keeping for the Global Majority course. And there are other projects that I am a part of, like the La Cosecha project, where beginning Latino farmers and ranchers get trained in all sorts of farming issues from production to business, and I do all of the management related education. And at MSU, there is the Julian Zamora Research Institute also, and I've partnered with them and Cambio Center at the University of Missouri to submit a grant for the growth of Latino-owned businesses. We didn't get the grant, but the Julian Zamora Research Institute has been generating, disseminating, and applying knowledge to serve the needs of Latino communities in the Midwest and across the US since 1989. So they are pretty awesome. And I am a part of other projects that target more typical American farmers as well. For example, those about stress that provide both financial and mental health tools to producers and their families. Or there's one that works on the ecological, economic, and social well-being of the farm and farmer. So sustainability, resiliency type topics, targeting grazing cow-calf producers. And then apart from those grants that I am a part of, I try to do regular extension programming in the areas of farm record keeping, business planning, and transitions and labor. I tend to work with minority farmers, women, small farms, people of color, and so forth. So the one take-home message that I wanted to share with you all today is that I have found that in order to reach these audiences, we have had to be really flexible in terms of what to ask from these participants. For example, grant participants may already be using various record-keeping systems or none at all when they join a grant. And while we definitely appreciate the usefulness of FinPac as a programming tool to connect with these farms and also for Michigan's benchmarking and for research and teaching purposes, we also have found it difficult to import from their record-keeping software straight into FinPac because there's just like so many options that they are using. Most of the time, we are not able to import their files into FinPac, but instead we have to collect their information in some sort of spreadsheet or a manual form that they can fill out. And from there, we can enter their information manually into FinPac. So that's one thing. We have also had to be flexible in terms of schedules, as many times we've found that evenings and weekends work best for these populations. asynchronous programming or a combination of synchronous and asynchronous seems to work well, and also hybrid in the sense of in-person and remote. So that has been a challenge, but it has also helped reach broader audiences. Then with diverse audiences, the participation of families and specifically youth is huge. So that is another thing to keep in mind when programming with these types of audiences. And of course, an obvious one is materials language. And here you can go from low cost, low quality translations to high quality translations that may be costly in terms of time and money, but there are many options. And there are many good quality materials online in other languages. You just need to be able to find them. And by the way, a note on globalization, if we're thinking of translating to Spanish, we're actually kind of late to the game. There's many languages that we could, and I believe we should be translating to for audiences that are eager to take advantage of our resources. But of course, that's easier said than done, unless you're like me and love languages. I've studied 5 languages apart from Spanish. But anyway, this is the end of this presentation. I'd love to answer any questions or connect with any of you via phone, email, or you can also schedule a Zoom meeting with me using that link. Thank you. Bye-bye.